So my colleague Rishika Barua now joins us to put this story in perspective that at a time like this, Rishika, when we are adding more cases, right? We do not know how we'll flatten the curve, when we'll flatten the curve. We are about to approach 3 lakh cases. Some boards have said that examinations should happen, others have cancelled. Can you please tell us what exactly is happening and where is that composite policy on examinations?
Well, absolutely. There is no composite policy, and that's where the chaos lies. The major boards, which is CBSE and ICSE, the central boards in the country so far, have slated their exams for the month of July. So between the 1st and 15th of July, all these major pending board examinations for class 12 CBSE primarily and class 10 and 12 ICSE will in fact be taking place. The big question, of course, is should exams even happen in the midst of a pandemic? Remember, when there were a few hundred cases, these exams were postponed, and now when you rightly said we're approaching 3 lakh cases, can we really afford to conduct exams? The AIIMS director, speaking to NDTV, said that the peak is still 2 to 3 months away. So really the big question that is, should exams be held? Now, principals, parents and students who we've been speaking to over the course of the last couple of days all seem to be very conflicted, because while parents and students want exams to be cancelled, there are many policy makers, principals, teachers who are asking what's the plan B? And the biggest question really is, we're talking about community transmission here in Delhi. It's been hinted at. Is it safe to conduct board exams amid fears of community transmission? You don't want these examination centers to turn into COVID-19 hotspots. So those are some of the concerns, Sanket, that have been voiced.
About this petition which is there in the Supreme Court, I think some concerned people have gone and moved the courts as well.
Yes.
At the same time, I'm getting some response on Twitter also. A lot of concerned parents maybe are saying, what about the teachers? I mean, there are many teachers with comorbidity and they have to attend school compulsorily.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, as far as the petition is concerned, there are 2 petitions that we're looking at. There is a parent in Bombay who's petitioned the Bombay High Court over cancellation of the ICSE Class 10 examination. And there is, a parent, a CBSE Class 12 parent who has petitioned the Supreme Court seeking cancellation. They're, of course, raising a whole host of questions, Sanket. Is it safe to conduct examinations? What about asymptomatic carriers? We know that over 85% of people are asymptomatic. Even the temperature check, at the entrance, or a sanitizer or mask may or may not be able to guard children. What about children in rural India? So these are some of the, the big questions that have been asked. And the most important question is, where does the buck stop? Who takes responsibility? God forbid a child is to contract the infection from an examination center. So those are some of the concerns. But I'd just like to take 1 more minute, Sanket, if I can, and talk about the other side of the story. Because if you don't conduct examinations for class 10, for instance, you give weightage, to internal assessments or attendance, which is what has been done in Tamil Nadu and Telangana. Remember, they've cancelled the class 10 board exams. What do you do for class 12? Do we have a plan B in place? Do we have a grading system in place? On what basis are these children then going to be able to apply for college admissions?
In the Ministry of Human Resource Development taking place as of this moment to discuss these things, Rishika. That's the bigger question. See, these are decisions that states, of course, education is a state subject. But on matters like this, if CBSE conducts its exam and some state board does not, then doesn't this put that state board child at a huge disadvantage? Where is that big national policy?
Absolutely. And no clarity yet. We've been speaking with our sources in the HRD ministry, constantly asking them. The one reassurance though, Sanket, that I must tell all parents, teachers, students watching this broadcast, the one reassurance that has come in from all quarters, whether it is the boards or the HRD ministry, is that the safety and security of students will be paramount. So that's the big reassurance.
Yeah, absolutely. But how do you maintain, and who takes that guarantee? Will schools take the guarantee, or will the administration or the CBSE or ICSE take the guarantee that there will absolutely be no cases? You can't give a guarantee like this. It's not possible. I want to introduce my guest, and Rishika, do stay on with us, be a part of this discussion. J.S. Rajput, former director of the NCERT, is with us. Harinder Singh Lamba, principal of the Kendriya Vidyalaya Keshavpuram, is with us. Padmini Sambasivam, principal of Welham Girls, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast, and Colonel Amit Batla. He filed a petition in the Supreme Court to cancel the examinations. Thank you all of you all for joining us on this broadcast. Ms. Padmini, I want to come to you. Where do you stand on this issue of examinations being conducted?
Well, I must say that like everybody else, we are worried about the safety. And I think I must give the board their due chances because they're trying really hard. We really are not able to see which way this COVID is moving. But I must say they have taken all our, for example, we are a residential school completely. And therefore, the first request that we made was, if at all we are going to have exams, we must have it in their own hometowns. And they did consider this, and we have sent in all details with respect to hometowns. The closest school near their residences have been already furnished. All the details have been given. But the way it is moving, we really do not know whether it can be done. And like you rightly started off saying, who can give the guarantee? That's a big question. Nobody can. So the thing is, they're now asking for preliminary scores. So maybe they have a plan B in position. I'm only hoping that collective wisdom will prevail and the safety of our children will be taken care of, obviously. But then the only thing is the kind of trauma and, mental fatigue is killing the poor little kid. And I don't know whether we are giving too much weightage for an exam, which is not the be-all and end-all of life.
Miss Sambasivam, see, the point is this. An exam can be conducted, right? It can be conducted a little later also, just like the same argument that is given for reviving the economy, that economy will wait. Lives have to be saved. Similarly, exams can happen.
And I don't think they will do it either. If there's an ounce of doubt, I don't think they will try to do that because they are answerable then.
Okay.
And none of us will be able to take it up either.
Okay.
Because like you asked, will I be able to give a guarantee to my children? Even the local children who might come into my school and write, even if I don't know whether I can give so obviously they will be looking into it, yes.
Absolutely. And I think a national policy is required where you get all the education ministers from all the states and decide collectively what needs to be done. This is not something that can be left to individual states. Mr. J.S. Rajput is also with us. Mr. Rajput, do you think that the lack of a policy, a composite policy, is a huge problem? We do not have a single policy on examinations.
You see, the problem is manifold, and it is not possible for anybody, neither for a group nor for a person, to say that this has to be done or this is the only alternative. You have to consider various alternatives. For example, when I came to know that exams will be held 1st July onwards, I was very sure that this cannot be nobody can be definite about it because you don't know what will happen at 10th June, what will happen at 20th June, what will happen at 25th June. So, therefore, the things have to be in the same state of fluidity. There can be many alternatives. They are being thought of. Let me tell you, 15 years ago, an experiment was tried on demand examination. The National Open School did it. Later on, it was forgotten. But same thing can be done now also. Suppose examinations are not held and on some basis, it can be very scientific, it's possible to develop it. Children are promoted and given a certificate. Now, at some stage after 6 months, 8 months, the child should be in a position to give an examination if he so likes. Now, that type of thing we have to do. We have to think in a very different manner because every life is heavier than earth. The entire humanity should strive to save every life, and no one can take any chance with risk the life of the child. And therefore, don't expect that.
I think, Mr. Rajput, one solution that you have given, exam on demand, is something that can immediately be considered. Rishika, would you like to weigh in? Should this be considered by one and all state education ministers? Have a system. See, you will have to think out of the box. Whether it is fighting COVID or conducting exams.
Yes, they have to develop it. And this can be done. It has been done, it has been tried.
Well, I think the one thing that really needs to be considered here, and Sanket, we know that even the Union HRD Minister has been consulting with various states, is that there is a different situation prevailing in different parts of the country. You know, every time we ask a doctor on the show, for instance, is there community transmission? We always get an answer that yes, possibly in certain hotspots, but we can't
Correct.
say that for the rest of the country. So, you know, I think the call really has to be made in terms of uniformity, because every child, irrespective of a state board, CBSE, ICSE, IB, and
Well
let me just also put this in perspective. The international boards have cancelled the have cancelled all examinations. So the IB and the IG, for instance, are not going to be holding any examination. The CBSE has cancelled examination abroad. In across 250 different schools in different parts of the world, examination has been cancelled. So
Correct.
why not then bring some of those policies here in India? IITs are not holding exams. Law entrance exams, you know, are not going to be held physically at a center. So there are unprecedented times that are going to call for unprecedented measures.
Absolutely. And surely these examinations can wait. But, you know, Rishika's point was very, very important. And Colonel Amit Batla, before I come to you and we'll take your views as to what has gone into your petition in the Supreme Court, Mr. Harinder Lamba, the other side of the story is also equally important. Careers at stake, students' future at stake, teachers putting in their hard work, all of that. See, there is a lot of anxiety on that front as well, which needs to be addressed. How soon should the government immediately start talking about these things in a quest for a solution?
Sir, as we know that during lockdown, the most suffer are the children because they are too much energetic and they want time to move, they want time for physical exercises, and they are the persons who are most suffering with anxiety and depression. So this is a good move to start examinations, but while keeping all the precautions in mind, we have to, because that will not only motivate the students, but will simultaneously decrease the level of depression and anxiety among the youth. As we are opening everything, so it's not bad to start exams, but we have to keep all the things in mind before starting these examinations. We are opening everything and we have to move towards social immunization, and precautions are to be taken for promoting these things, because we can't keep children within homes confined for a long time. So it's a good move and we have to start exams to, yet we can think about holding exams on demand or holding exams online. But simultaneously, we have to also think about the physical activities being performed by the students. And
No, Mr. Lamba, all I want to say is that all of this can wait. But no principle, as you know, I think I agree with, and such a wise thing to say by Ms. Padmini Sambasevam when she said that if you ask me to give a guarantee, of course nobody can. You can't, because that's the nature of this invisible beast, this invisible enemy. That's how the virus is. Nobody knows what will happen. So while we move on with our lives, this can wait. We can fix this maybe 6 months from now. Before I come back to you, Ms. Padmini, let me now quickly introduce Colonel Amit Batla. He filed a petition in the Supreme Court. Would you like to tell us a little about it, Colonel Batla?
Sanket, good evening, and good evening, Rishika ma'am. Firstly, thank you NDTV for covering this very important issue for all of us, parents and our children. I'll quickly make a few points to highlight what the issues are, and then also, like you said, we have to look at some solutions to the problem. Just highlighting a problem doesn't help. The first issue is this is an extreme health emergency. We all know, you have been covering it through the day. Look at the projected figures for July. One is physical health. The second, what ma'am just brought out, stress, anxiety, fears of children. The CBSE chairman in a letter to the children wrote that just before the exams, children do not stress, study hard, take it easy. It is after all only an exam. And let me tell you very clearly, my daughter, I'm not worried about her. She's worked hard through the year. She scored 97% in 10th. Similar efforts this year. She's continuing to study 8 to 10 hours today as well. But let us look at why are we putting our children into these stressful conditions unnecessarily when we have solutions. What happens to children from red zones? The Ministry of Home Affairs has given very clear guidelines that the schools in red zones will not conduct exams. What about children who are staying in containment zones? Today, my daughter prepares 2 days before the exam. The tower comes into a containment zone. She can't go for the exam.
Very
Can you look at the anxiety and stress? Can you look at the anxiety and stress on the children? Tell me one
And
thing.
then
Is it
they're
possible
supposed
have
to write
social
an exam
distancing?
amid all of this.
Yeah, is it
Imagine,
possible
and
to
then
have,
they'll be judged for life.
Absolutely. Correct. So social distancing, sanitization, not possible across the school. Children have to travel by public transport. Look at the risk of contamination. Exam center has basic processes. Their admit cards have to be checked. They have to be given sheets. The attendance has to be checked. They have to be marked. We cannot possibly do it. And let us see what ma'am just highlighted. Even IITs, these are premier institutes in the country. They could not hold exams within the campus for final year students. Maharashtra government has cancelled all exams for university students on account of safety.
Correct.
Across the board, for the first and the second year, the HRD ministry has announced we will not have exams. And also, like ma'am was highlighting, 70% of the people are asymptomatic. There may be a child who may not know. He may come to the exam, he may spread it. The other child goes home, his family members, his grandparents. We are spreading the epidemic for an exam.
too
There are states
risky.
who have cancelled their state boards.
So what?
So, you know,
What's the solution? What, according to you,
yeah,
is the
in
way out?
direction. So what is the way out? What we have suggested is, firstly, there are 2 ways to look at a problem. One is that we have to conclude the exams. There are just 1 or maximum 2 exams which are left for the children. They have finished with their entire exams. So what has the CBSE done for the 250 schools across outside the country? They have told them that you will not have exams and we will be concluding the exams on objective criteria. Now, what are these objective criteria? The objective criteria is, these days in class 12, every subject has an internal assessment, which is a practical exam. The practical exam ranges from anything between 20, 30 to 40 marks. And this year onwards, the assessment has been carried out by the CBSE, by CBSE invigilators. They were not invigilators from their own schools. The invigilators came from other schools to conduct these exams. And the marks have already been uploaded onto the CBSE website. The marks are existing for the CBSE there. So what do we want? We just want, if a child has scored, say 95% or 90% or 80% in his practical internal assessment exams, which have been graded by a CBSE invigilator, which have been uploaded onto the website, please take it and give commensurate marks to the children for the paper that is balanced. And this is what they are going to be doing for children who are abroad, who are not able to appear.
Okay, so why is the same rule not applicable in India? Rishika Barua, I believe you spoke to the Human Resource Development Minister also. You did ask a few of these important questions. Would you like to tell all our panelists and viewers what exactly did he tell you?
Well, you know, as far as the HRD minister is concerned, like I said earlier as well, he's given reassurance that we will gauge the situation and take a decision.
No clear answer.
And what we're learning, Sanket, from sources within the HRD ministry is around the 20th of June is when they will in fact take a decision, you know, on whether the exams will be conducted or not and what the strategy is going to be. What's the plan B? You know, for class 10 students, if you don't have exams on the basis of
It's
internal
fine,
assessment,
yeah.
you promote them. What about students who are applying to universities? What about students who have provisional admission offers from foreign universities? Basis these marks, they get promoted. So
Correct.
I think, you know, those are larger questions that academicians, policymakers need to be
Rishika ma'am,
looking
if I
at.
may just add, ma'am. Rishika ma'am, if I may just add,
Quickly,
because
sir.
when the marks are concluded, these same marks which you are giving in internal assessment will find a mention as a percentage in the final mark sheet. So for the purpose of admission, that is what all these state boards, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Maharashtra has done. And they will be reflecting these marks onto the mark sheet. And any university will
Right.
be getting a CBSE mark sheet with the marks endorsed.
No, see,
So that's a practical solution which
that's
four
why
states
I
have
come
done.
to my basic problem, that there is nothing comprehensive about the manner in which we are dealing with this, and that is not right. It is not justified because some states are doing something and others are doing something else.
And
It
Sanket,
just
just one more
adds to
point I
that
would like to
anxiety
make.
of a child.
You know, Sanket,
It
there's
adds
another
to that
very
anxiety.
interesting point that I want to bring in. In these states where the state board has decided that they won't conduct examination, the CBSE and the ICSE is so far still conducting the examination. So double standards for children living in the same area.
I mean, it's
Exactly,
very,
ma'am.
very hard to understand this. I want to go back to Ms. Padmini. Ms. Padmini,
Yeah.
now I want to know from you, let's humanize this conversation a little. from the point of view of children, I'm sure a lot of anxious, you must have received some anxious calls. What's going to happen? What's going to happen about our future? How do you deal with this anxiety? I think this is a huge, must be a huge issue of concern.
I think the first thing that we have to remember is we'll have to teach our children, because true education is not exams. It's about being able to face challenges, unprecedented ones like such as this. But they themselves, by themselves, will not be able to do this. Most of the problems that arise is because there are several, information keeps coming in, it floods them, and they don't know which one to discern and which one to see is right. For example, even now, before the board sends a note to us, already there are materials floating in WhatsApp. There are analysis being done and posted on, on social media. And parents keep watching this and they're very, very anxious, and they pass it on to the students. So the only thing that I have to say is, I think there must be a common standardization of the whole process, because we can't say Tamil Nadu will allow and then what will my child do? And there was, Mr. Bartla said about whatever is the score in the practical should be just converted, then almost everybody would get 100. Because in a practical, it'll be like 28, 29, 30, because kids do practicals well. So, and that may not be the solution. But however, to conduct exams come what may, is not surely a solution in today's times. There must be a modernized way of looking at assessments today. In fact, it's a great boon in one way to look at education differently. Start testing skills instead of rote learning. What we are checking continuously is rote. People have asked for prelim marks, and all my students are pretty much upset because preliminary scores will always be much lower than their board scores, because the questions will be far more complex, the correction will be far more stringent, and if I were to give all those, so to take that mark and extrapolate, my children will be disadvantaged.
Okay.
But I tell them everybody is facing the same uncertainty, and therefore we are all in the same boat. We will wait, but we will do the best at the end of the day. But we'll have to join together, and I think some of us academicians should be also included in the policy making at the end of the day. And I think more important is to have a uniform code of conduct for everybody across states. Because what will I do if a child, like Mr. Bartla said about containment zone, that is my worry. If my child is living in a containment zone, even if she's not affected, then how is she going to take a test? And when we have a residential school, we have them across India, and it's so worrying. So I think we must pause a little, and exams are not the ultimate at the end of the day. And there are very many ways you can test children in using some other portal.
Okay.
So I think we must find ways.
Okay, ways have to be, we have to find ways. J.S. Rajput, you must have heard what Ms. Padmini said. I think she's basically summed it up well, right? She says that there has to be a uniform policy. You can't have different policies in one state, CBSE doing something else, state board doing something else. And when you are forming a policy, have educationists on board instead of, state education secretaries and these government officials, people who are actually going to, maybe we may come up with a fantastic solution.
I think we should consider 2 or 3 things in mind. The Union HRD Ministry is very much in touch with the state boards, with the principals, with the educationists and academicians. They cannot take a view at this stage immediately because conditions have changed. Things were expected to move in a certain manner, they are not moving. And therefore, the point was made that around 20th ministry may take a decision. I'm not sure about it, I have no idea, but maybe this is a very logical step. They may take a decision on 20th, 25th. Yes, there should be an uniformity, but there are occasions when certain states took the decision without even taking the ministry into confidence. What do you do at that stage? Ministry has issued guidelines, they will issue guidelines, and I'm sure they are consulting a good number of principals. Now, there are many associations of the private school principals. Why have they not come out with a consolidated suggestion to the government of India, to the CBSE? CBSE cannot force its decisions on state boards. They are autonomous boards. State governments have their own autonomy. But this is an issue on which everybody should think only academically, professionally, in the interest of the child. One point I would like to make, I would certainly be very unhappy if the Supreme Court comes in the picture. There is no need for Supreme Court to come into academic matters like this. We should have competent academics in the country. We should have competent principals in the country. We have competent boards and chiefs of boards who should be trusted by the nation. You cannot go for everything to the to the Supreme Court. And I'm sure, I don't know what they will say, but they will definitely say, take care of the child. This is the first responsibility of the nation. I have made this point earlier also. Number one. Number two, think of alternatives. Alternatives are possible, and academicians have worked on alternatives. You see how quickly we have learned organizing webinars. Everybody is doing it. How quickly we have learned how to teach online
that
from
I
school
agree.
to the
But
child.
Mr. Rajput, I
We are
just want to
learning
say
very fast,
that
but we
if,
will find out solutions.
if a Colonel
Nothing to
Batla
worry
has
about.
moved court,
But
perhaps
nobody
it
can
is
say
out
the
of...
examination
Okay,
must
may I
be
just make
no,
a point? May I just make a
Mr.
point,
Rajput,
please?
I just wanted to ask you,
Alternatives are
if a
difficult.
Colonel Batla feels the need to move court, it is perhaps because of his sense of helplessness that for 2.5 months...
Maybe, but I would not like that to happen. I would be very unhappy if this
Sanket, may I
type of
just
thing
make a
happens.
point,
So
please?
the pressure should be on the government.
Sanket, may I just make a point?
Not on a
We are
petitioner.
talking
Yeah,
of...
Colonel Batla,
Trust
very
the-
quickly.
No, trust your
Yeah,
academics,
Sanket, so the
trust
only
your
point
board,
which I am
trust
wanting
your
to give is, we have to understand that look at the mental pressure you are putting on children. You are telling them that your exams are on 1st, now you are hanging them till 25th, and then telling them that now you will not have exams on 1st, now you will have it on 15th. Why are we putting the children under this kind of pressure and stress? And what I am trying to just say is there are options available. In the present
I think that
circumstance,
academicians and
No,
psychologists
one
understand
issue-
how to handle the pressure. There are
Absolutely.
methods. Court is not the
And,
limit. No,
and,
court is
and
not
Sanket,
the
I
limit.
agree
There
with
are
you.
different
Sanket, we agree with you.
There
And
are
I
other
also agree
methods
with
also
her
to find
when he
out.
says,
Yeah,
What
no,
is-
the idea, Colonel Batla as well as J.S. Rajput, is to find an amicable solution, because see, the moment
Yes,
this matter
go to
goes in
academics,
courts,
go to teachers.
moment this matter becomes legal, you will have more and see, with each passing day, you are adding on to that anxiety.
Yes,
Similarly, as
exactly,
Rishika
yes.
was saying, by not conducting these exams, I can see a lot of Twitter posts also, people saying, well, these exams are not happening, even that is adding to anxiety. It's an extremely complex situation, and people realize this. Very quickly, last word,
and
Mr.
Sanket
Lamba.
actually,
Mr.
one
Lamba,
last
I'm
point
running
I
out
want
of
to
time.
make is, if
Mr. Lamba.
Sanket,
Sir,
if we
I
are
would
able
like
to
to
conclude the
two
results
things,
now,
two things.
and then if we conclude the
I
results,
agree
we
with
can start the
Ma'am,
college
Rajput
admissions
sir and
immediately.
Rishika ji, but I would like to ask
Yeah, one
thing
moment,
from
Mr.
Colonel
Batla.
How a child will learn to handle the pressure? Second thing,
Sir, I agree with you, and let me tell you, the children have a phenomenal capacity to handle pressure, and they have been handling this pressure for the last 15 months, sir. Sir,
No,
I agree
I
with
think,
you.
Mr. Lamba, this cannot be put on the children as far as handling pressure is concerned.
yeah, I know we
Sir,
don't.
You know, it's an unprecedented
Sir,
situation, and
we
to
have
expect that
teach them
children
to
handle this pressure.
Sanket, can
I mean,
just-
governments
Sanket,
are
can I
not
just
being
make a
able
last
to
point?
handle this
Nobody
pressure.
wants to put pressure over anybody.
Top leaders of the world are not
Can
being
I-
able to
can I-
handle the
can I-
pressure. These are
Sanket,
poor
can I
children
Can I
who
just
want to
make
give
a
their
point?
examination.
You know
They
what the
need
last point I
sympathy.
want to make is,
And they
are we
need
having our
sympathy.
state legislatures
I've run
functioning?
out of time.
Are we having the parliament
Colonel
functioning?
Batla,
But we have to
J.S.
think about
Rajput, Mr.
solutions
Lamba, Rishika
instead of
Barua,
raising
as
a
well as
problem.
Ms. Padmini, thank you so much. I think this discussion was constructive, and for the children who are anxious at this moment, a solution must be sought.